Alright, welcome back to another episode of Aoi Tori. Someone's calling. So I construct a form to awaken you. In an empty world. A world still without life. But not without anything. Determination, love, deceit, smiles, loneliness, sadness. This world lies at the end of the lingering remains of these choices. Someone's calling. I construct some surroundings. A faint light in the dark void. A telephone box, as they're known. That wish will be lost. I place myself inside the telephone box. I wanted to go to sleep. But a sound that won't stop ringing, like an alarm bell. I pick up the receiver. There's something I have to tell you. Why are we here with Ritsu again? An unfamiliar voice, and at the same time a voice I recognize. A gentle voice, a sad voice, both of which are meaningless. I know this is a bad time, but please hear me out. This is the story of a girl. A normal, beautiful, and kind young girl. After you've heard my story, there's a question I want you to answer. Don't worry, there are no right or wrong answers. It's that kind of question. It might be cruel, but even so, I want you to choose. This is my prayer. After all, I am your... Could it be father? The voice weaves a story. One I already know. Just in a slightly different form. Good question. I muttered to myself unconsciously. Standing still in the gloomy corridor, I cock my head. Why? Am I alive? Not necessarily a bad question to ask. One can ponder the meaning of their own existence and ad nauseum. It's a question that hangs over us our entire lives. But that wasn't why I asked it. It was me being here and now that confused me. As if I, just at this moment, woke from a dream. There is no one else around. But it feels like someone is watching me, listening to my monologue. I look around. Up and down the corridor, where the heat from the classrooms and the cold of the outside meets. I can hear girls laughing together in the distance. Whispers. The voices of the thousands of girls who've attended this academy since before they was born, ingrained into the building. I take out my phone while still keeping an eye on my surroundings. It's a November afternoon. A tranquil moment after classes in the winter. I tried to remember what I was doing. Oh, right. I was gazing out of the window. A friend has asked me to go and visit the angel tonight. I'm terribly scared and nervous about the ordeal. Tranquil sounding music. Damn. Obviously my friend said that I didn't have to do anything, just coming would be enough. But I don't trust myself. I know I'm susceptible to fear, but also attracted towards it. Fear has a sweetness to it that's hard to resist. Like a pancake slider than honey. I turn my gaze back towards the window as I think to myself. I feel as if a blue bird just flitted by. My daydream is soon interrupted by my phone ringing.
もしもし。私は平凡であるがゆえに特別を憎むもの。私は青い鳥を憎悪するもの。幸せを象徴するあの青い鳥を美しい青空から地べたに叩き落とし、鳥かごに閉じ込めてやりたい。くびり殺し、翼を折り、地べたに叩きつけ、踏みにじりたい。そうすることができれば、きっと心が救われるほど気持ちいいだろう。
The voice of the phone rings out in song. There's none of the greetings or introductions one would expect. I remain expressionless as I listen to the mysterious, song-like voice. This is strange. I've heard these words before. I feel both a sense of déjà vu and as if my mind has been read.
おかしい。
The voice on the line mirrors a similar thought.
以前どこかで同じことを。いや、僕にとっては当然だが、この感覚は何だ？あなたは悪魔ね。
Able to read a person's heart as it tries to tempt them, just as written in the Bible.
ああ、なかなか理解が早くて助かります。
The devil tenderizes me as it offers me a contract, which I accept. Then it proceeds to recite several stories for me. They're filled with as yet unknown friends. Shiratori Ritsu, Mary Harker, Kurosaki Saya, Akasabi Risa, and Mikako. And so now I have knowledge no one else does, that even I did not before. The snake offered me the forbidden fruit, and I took a bite. But with this knowledge comes a narrowed sense of déjà vu, like something inside my mind is being tugged at.
妙ですね。驚いてもらえそうな話をしてるはずなのに、いまいち今日が乗らない。そうね。
I agree, but I have a more pressing issue on my mind. See for now that I believe in all these possible worlds. From what the devils told me, it would exist in all of them. But it wouldn't be spread evenly between them. If one such timeline was to be ruined, it could simply choose not to be there and avoid the outcome. Then it can just start again like it is right now. Shit. It's so simple of a thing that it even found the time to weave a tale itself for amusement. It cannot be allowed to live. If I don't stop this thing now, then eventually it's going to decide upon an ending no one would want.
何かよからぬことを企んでいますか？
The devil speaks through my silence.
どうしたらあなたを殺せるのかしら。無理でしょう。僕より恐ろしい力を持つ悪魔はいくらでもいますが、僕より恐ろしい悪魔はいない。万が一、億が一、なゆたに一つでも可能性さえあれば、僕に敗北はない。そう。
Those words will be your downfall. If a victory happens only once in a gajillion outcomes, and that's where to lay the trap, you'll fall right into it. In that moment, I formulate my entire plan, right up until our final moments. Sure? This is what you want? Damn, that jolts into my head almost make me throw up. It was a vision of me in tears, apologizing for having made a fatal mistake. A raw depiction of regret.
今のイメージは何？
I groaned, clutching a hand to my mouth. So you mean to tell me that even by making the devil pray to the god, it's useless? No matter what, the devil still gets to live? And plot whatever shit it wants to? I groaned, clutching a hand to my mouth. None of the devil's tales included something like this, my death.
何かイメージ？
The devil asks, confused. So that wasn't one of its tricks? It seems like not.
いえ、気にしないで。
I shake my head, knowing there's no use thinking about that nightmare. More importantly,
それより、私があなたの望むように立ち回ったら何をくれるの？僕が知恵を貸すというのでは不足が？
I shake my head.
そうではなく、あなたが悪魔であるならば、私個人の願いは叶えてくれないの？契約次第ですが。白鳥律から救世主の力を奪うのでは不足が？
I mimicked the devil's own words.
結構。もしもあなたが白鳥律から救世主の力を奪うことができたのなら、そして最悪の結末を迎えることができれば、あなた個人の願いを一つ叶えましょう。
The devil speaks casually? I doubt he thinks I'll be able to do it.
それから一つ、あなたに力を授けましょうか。劇の小道具とも言えますが。力？誰にでも無条件に愛されるという力、邪魔にはなりますまい。
Anyone will love me unconditionally? Like they do Mary? Only it was said in a way implying no one would fall in love with me without said power.
まあ何にせよ、決着は早めにつけるべきだと思いますよ。魅了の力を得るにしろ、僕と会話するにしろ、白鳥律と親しくなるにしろ、平凡な人間にとっては毒の空気を吸い続けるようなものだ。一月の間にことをなさねば、命に届かずとも何がしかの影響が出ることは必至。それではご分を。
The call cuts off. My smile vanishes. He's going to fall in love with me?
それじゃあ、私はあの人に恋をするのかしら。
2 weeks have passed since then. I moved into the residence and as have Mary and Sire. Lisa's also taken up her post. Despite all of the crazy sudden changes, November ends without any progress. December has started with much normality as well. I ensured that it would. All of those are just as special as Ritsuis himself. Mary, the vampire? She's the one he sees as a replacement for the girl who died. Saya, the twin sister, separated from that bird. Lover of sex jokes. She nevertheless has a portion of those medical powers dwelling inside her. Risa, his first time, the one who changed his world, and a teacher every student loves.
私だけ何もない。
With all these potential obstructions to my plan, I felt it was necessary to buy enough time to create a foothold for myself. I won't put myself in front, I'll just move everyone else behind me. Honestly, my contempt for myself is only growing.
あかり、何？
Oh, hey, Saya. I lower my gaze from the sky to the source of the voice.
すみません。ちょっと考え事をしていました。
I've come to look around the so-called mall with Saya and Mary.
考え事ね。あなた最近空ばかり見上げてるわね。
But it's so blue.
そうですか。今日のお夕飯のメニューでも考えてたのかな。何か食べたいものあったらちょうどいいし食材をもらって帰ろうか。
Mary smiles happily as she gestures towards a nearby grocery store. She glistens like a star, now that she's able to go out under the sun and mingle with others.
たまには和食以外も作ろうか。餃子とか。寒いし水餃子がいいかな。みんなニラとかニンニクは平気？ニンニクってあなたが大丈夫なの？
She's good with everything.
大好きだけど匂いが強いからね。やっぱり餃子は休みの前の日にしておこうか。味の話じゃなくて吸血鬼としてニンニクはいいのかってことですよ。全然平気っすよ。あとトマトジュースは別に好きじゃないよ。まったく四六時中食べることばかり考えてるのはあんただけよ。
Yes?
生きるということは食べるということだよ。
Mary swings her arms out wide and Saya looks unwarily.
太りなさい。プニプニと太りなさい。
This time my smile is accompanied by a natural laugh. I may have made no progress towards my goals, but more unexpected changes have occurred. The devil's tales were all told from Risa's point of view, so I knew very little about my own future. My life has completely changed, and I'm frustrated at myself for getting so close to these two girls who I spent a lot of time with. They feel more like older sisters to me than they do housemates or friends from school. Everything is fun. The three of us having girls only time whenever we're away from Ritsu.
で、あかり、何が自分にはないって言ったの？
So I didn't get away with it after all. Guess I'll reveal my evil plan. Saya's truly impossible to shake. Probably because she's only ever looks at what's right in front of her, but I digress.
いえ、気にしないでください。そう言われるほど追求したくなるのよね。
I'm surprised that her huge boobs are not blocking her screen or the text words that we are reading. Don't worry about it.
そうですよね。
I'm not going to be able to brush this aside, so I need to do something to divert attention.
私に合うサイズの可愛い下着がなかなかなくて困ってるんですよね。わかるわ。店に大きいサイズがないこともあるし、ネットで探してもいいのがないのよね。
Saya's acting as like a normal girl. Wow.
わからない。嫌味か君たちは。
Yes. Mary ended up being hit by a stray bullet. I'm sorry.
嫌味じゃないわよ。メアリーは可愛いブラを選び放題でしょ。むしろブラなんていらないのね。楽でいいわね。肩も凝らないし。 いるもん。私だっておっぱいあるもん。これからでっかくなるもん。あれより
Or these? Says she probably shows them out in the open, unbloused. Please? Sai turns her gaze and Mary follows suit to look right at me, or rather at my chest. I immediately cover my chest in shock.
あれはさすがに、いくら私でも夢を見すぎになると思う。私も選ばれし者だと思っていたけれど、上には上がいるものね。
Your pair of boobs aren't that bad, Sai.
何の話をしてるんですか？
I practically scream in embarrassment.
おっぱいでしょ。あなたが始めた話じゃない。
So I did. That stray bullet bounced right up the wall and back at me.
何を食べたらいいのかな。あかりちゃんの血を吸ったら大きくなるのかな。やめませんか。他の人にも聞かれるし。
I say, my eyes darting around to make sure no other students have been listening in. You do think that you'll be used to such conversations? They happen often between classmates and friends. I've always gotten embarrassed when people tease me about the size of my breasts, mainly because of my nipples. That's everyone's seen your butt nipples then? But I never freaked out like this before. I did this time because whenever I'm talking about I'm talking to these two, I can't help but think about Ritsu and him milking me like a cow.
まあこんな明るいうちからする話じゃないか。
いやいやよ。
そうだね。お日様ポッカポカだし。
Yeah, that evil sister son looking at me with those perverted eyes.
そうですよ。それよりこっちまで来たなら何か買っておきたいかも。
Sayo's interest is quick to wane whenever she's gotten what she wants.
ケーキとかお菓子？食べ物から離れなさいよ。下着はともかくネットで冬物の服を見ておきたい。ああ、さよちゃん持ってきた荷物少なかったもんね。そう、しかもここは街より寒いし、誰でも使っていいパソコンがあるのはあそこよね。
The two girls walk off towards the building that houses the shared computers. Looks like I managed to get through that just about. For now, I'm going to keep my space from them and read suit and avoid getting into any conversations about romance. Soon enough, I'll be coincidentally stumbling up Mary's script anyway. And after that, our relationship, well... I tremble. Whenever I think about Ritsu, I'll always start recalling the first time we had schmecks. It left such a huge impact on me. That feeling of pleasure piercing through my body, from the crack between my legs to the top of my head. They eat a pig. Okay. Now that I have known such pleasure, I find myself throbbing for it.
下着が濡れてる。帰ってオナニーしたい。
Right, then. I go to start walking after my two steady sisters, trying to keep the heat under control. When my phone vibrates in my pocket, a single text from an unknown sender.
このまま誰から？
The mail seems to be concerned for me for some reason. Is it from the devil? That doesn't feel quite right. Sure, the devil can observe anyone whenever it wants, but there's no way it's keeping a constant eye on us.
勤勉や努力なんて悪魔には似合わないものね。何かご用で？
A voice suddenly springs up from my phone. That it wasn't you?
あら、
たの？
Yoink.
いたというか、呼ばれた気がしたので。
呼んだわけではないけれど、さっきから見ていたんじゃないの？
いいえ、こちらはただの買い物でしょ。僕は屋敷でご主人様に罵られて興奮しておりましたよ。
ろくでもないわね。
So it was busy messing with Ritsu. I cocked my head.
このメール、あなたからじゃないの？
なになに？このままでも、どういうことだ？
The devil seems puzzled. Its tone has turned unusually serious. What if the time she received the email and we sort of saw it wasn't also from the devil then?
どうしたの？
いや、このメールがどこから届いたものか
わからない？
なんですこれ？
そう。
I don't have the answer it's looking for.
天使？いやいや、その気配もない。僕以外の第三者がさらに関わっているのか。
It seems like, yeah. The devil starts muttering, at which point the two girls turn around to check on me. They see me with my phone to my ear, so I gesture for them to go on ahead. I know that was the polite thing to do, but I feel a little lonely being left behind.
このメールのことはちょっと僕も気になるので調べておきましょう。
任せるわ。
それでこちらで何か要件がありましたか？
そうね。用はなかったけど、どうせだし、そろそろ劇を動かそうと思うの。
My lips curl into a smile.
やっとですか。何もするなと言われていて、もうフラストレーションでムラムラしていましたよ。
それは私も。
下着は濡れ濡れ、ことは予定通りに進んでいるようですね。
The devil lulls for a glimpse of deep-rooted darkness even under the gentle winter sun. I take a moment of deep thought for myself. It feels strange having a demon obey me, a human, but I doubt this devil would be categorized as normal among its peers either. Much like how Ritsu and Sayo's matter wouldn't be categorized as human, at least from what I've heard. As for me, there is no use thinking about that.
それで、メアリー先輩とサヨ先輩のリツ先輩への行為は？
I ask for a review.
どう観察していても最小限に抑えられていますね。
学園の女の子たちがリツ先輩に連絡しないようにしている。
できる限りは。電話を一度せき止めて連絡してきた娘のストレス要因が僕に解消できそうなら手を打っています。あーやだ。なんで悪魔の僕がそんなことをしなきゃいけないんだ。まるで天使の役目じゃないか。
I smile as the devil laments.
大事の前の生じ。いえ、悪事の前の善行かしら。
目的のために手段を選ばないというのは僕の趣味じゃないですけどね。
普通はそれで合ってるんだけど、あなたはそうなんでしょうね。
Even the revival of the demonic savior, the ruler or prince or what have you, it's no more than a way to kill time to this devil. It doesn't even like having to obey someone in the first place.
しかしまあ、渋滞による力の継承とはね。
The devil speaks in admiration of my plan.
確かに 救世主の力を失わせることはできない。なるほど。移せばよいというのは盲点。しかし白鳥律が心の底からそれを願うところまでうまくあなたに惚れるといいですな。
今の私には誰にでも好かれる力があるのでしょ？
The devil told me it was giving me that power?
ああ、ええ、そうでした。そうっすね。
何よ、歯切れの悪い。
I'm taken aback.
いやー、恋とか愛とか僕らにはよくわからないっすから。バリバリ硬派っすから。
口調がおかしくなってるわよ。
So it was a lie all along. The devil wouldn't have been struggling so much if it had the power to charm Ritsu in the first place. It only said it so I wouldn't act like a coward. Not that it matters now.
まあまあ、とにかく、ただの人間様のご活躍、心より楽しみにしておりますので。
皮肉ね。
Not replying would have been for the best, but I can't help but scowl. That's the act I'm putting on. Playing to the devil's sense of pride.
まさにまさにそういう表情も僕らの好物ですが、もっとリツマのように罵れるようになってください。
Nah. Without a laugh, the devil cuts the collar. Oh, you're gonna do that yourself. All right then. I sank in relief. First, I managed to dodge Sayo's investigation. Then I successfully held a conversation with the devil. I joined hands with a traitor to mankind. Eventually, I betrayed the devil in return. Until then, I have to keep my mask up around everyone. Never having a moment, the rest is having a far greater mental burden on me than I anticipated. I rub my cheeks. I've been finding it hard to smile recently.
それでもやり遂げないといけない。
I mutter to myself. I desire to be special. I yearn to be special. And now I've been given my one chance to fall to the bottom of the cliff. Instead of having my life end in the tedium I expected to. Until now I've lived in a way expected of me by my parents. Lived in a way that left me fit in with friends. Lived in a way that upheld social etiquette. And I shall live in accordance with God's rules.
リツ先輩、私はあなたの気持ちがわかる。手に取るようにわかってしまうの。
To have a life with no individuality? To live locked inside the birdcage? I'm going to set you free. What I'm doing is blasphemous. The frigid winter sky above is also a beautiful blue expanse. A cruel, bustling stage that we watch from the audience gallery. I'm about to march right in. This is the height of comedy. And if my blasphemy is going to save the world, then all the better, I think. A laugh spills from me. You know, I still don't think I'm smiling correctly. It feels more like my face is cramping up.
私は幸せだ。
I ridicule myself. My laughter takes the place of my heart. The tears. I'm lonely. I'm scared. I don't want to die, which makes me feel so alive. I've decided on a use for my worthless life. Thanks to that, I'm able to enjoy my days with the two girls I consider older sisters, Mary and Saya. I've experienced and endured the greatest pleasure this world has to offer, Even better than that of consolation. And now Ritsu is trying to fall in love with this ugly mess of a girl. I am the protagonist of my story. Now I know happiness and the warmth of love.
それが結局何もかも失われるものだからこそ愛おしいだなんて。それこそなんて皮肉。
It's like I'm a bird born with a broken wing. Long how I yearned to fly through the skies, and just now how I jumped up the tallest cliff. For that one transient moment of happiness, knowing that I'll be crashing down to the bottom.
それでも私はこうするしかなかったの。こういう生き方しかできないんです。
I asked for forgiveness from no one in particular. God won't forgive me. The devil does not know the meaning of it. I can't even forgive myself. But I hope there will be at least one person who can. Someone who, once they know everything, will find it in themselves to forgive me. On that note, my heart abruptly becomes empty. My swaying heart grows calm. As if tugged by a string, I look up at the sky. I found myself doing this a lot lately, as I pointed out.
空が綺麗。
The blue winter sky? It feels like I'm falling against gravity up towards it.
いいわ。行きましょう。
I'll leave of love and freedom with Ritsu. And to the devil I grant his hatred and regret.
それが私の祝福よ。